Alright guys, so we're going to do a one-on-one skirmish here. Got a new player here that we're going to show him how to play, so I'll kind of use this as a tutorial. We're going to be playing 650 points. John has decided to play Moria, so he's going to be running the Watch in the Water, Spider Queen, and then we have the Goblin King with 4 spiders, 8 archers, and he also has a Goblin Captain with 6 goblins with shield and 6 goblins with spears and shield. On my side, I'm going to be running Gondor. I have 4 warbands. I got Boromir, Captain of the White Tower. He's going to be running 6 men of Fountain Court, guards of the Fountain Court. And then we have Damrod, who's running 6 Rangers of Gondors with spears, and we have Baragon running 12 men of Gondor, some with shields, some with spears, and then finally we have I believe it's Kyrian, I think that's how it's pronounced. He'll be running 12 and 12 as well, or I'm sorry, 6 and 6 as well. So we'll go ahead and go turn by turn, and we'll just kind of use this as a tutorial. This is kind of a makeshift map of the city of Gondor here. For some reason or another, these goblins have breached Gondor's walls, and they've woken Boromir up out of bed, and he's not too happy about it, but I think he's going to get surprised because the Watcher's going to show up. So it should be an interesting fight. We'll just go through turn by turn. Okay, so we're done with deployment here. The goblins have deployed this way. You can see the Spider Queen is on the end there, and the goblins have formed up there. The Watch in the Water does not show up. He has a special ability called From the Deep where he gets to show up later on the battlefield at any location he wants. So he is technically not on the board yet, so you kind of set him off to the side there. So that's where they have deployed. I've deployed over here. I have on this side of this wall, I have Kyrian with his warband there. They've deployed far away from their captain, but he is a bodyguard of Boromir, and he does not fear. He does not fear them. And then over here, this is where I've deployed my other units. So we have Boromir with his Fountain Guard there, protecting our Rangers of Osgiliath, and then we have the Mighty Men of Midas Tirith. So we'll go ahead and go into phase or turn 1. We'll roll priority, and we'll start our moves in our shoot phase, and then when we get closer, I'll give you guys updates. Okay, so we're going to go with round 1. First part of the turn is we roll our priority. So we're going to figure out who gets to take priority in the turn. Okay. So good will roll white, and evil will roll black dice, or whichever color you want. Turn back. You've got different color dice over here. That's white.
These two can see this guy.
Evil roll 1, good roll 4, so good gets to go. So we'll go for a move phase. During the move phase is when you cast spells, or in your instance, your spider can hatch her broodling during her move phase at any point in the move. So you can move her and then hatch it, or you can hatch it and then move her, or you can move her halfway and hatch it and then continue her move. It's whatever you want the broodling to pop off of her. Okay? So at this point we would do any heroic moves. If you weren't happy with your roll, you'd say I want to call a heroic move with one of your heroes, and then you can trump my initiative. Okay. But we're so far away that a heroic move probably wouldn't be wise at this point, because it's not really going to change the course of the actual movement or the course of any type of combat, because we're still so far away. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to move my guys up 6, and then it'll be your portion of the move phase where you get to move. And then at that point, then we measure and do shooting. Okay. And then after that, if there's any model space, then we do combat. And then after that, we remove our casualties. If armies are broken, we roll to see if courage checks. And then move on to the next turn. So I'll go ahead and move my guys, and then you can move yours, and we'll just update after that. I just want to give the viewers a quick explanation on how the move phase works. Okay, so we're done with the move phase. And as you can see here, we have a new visitor on the battlefield in front of the goblins. Is a broodling swarm. So what the Spider Queen did was she moved up. She's got a move of 10. She moved out 6 inches, dropped her broodling, and then she moved back 4 to get back in line. So now she's got a little broodling meat shield in front of the goblins there. So that's where that came from. And I just moved my guys up. I think we're out of archery range this round, so we'll go ahead and move on to priority in round 2. Okay, so update turn 2. We have the spiders have moved over. Another broodling has popped out. They moved over behind the wall there by the cathedral, so they're protected from the archer fire. We have the goblin archers moving up the center, and we have some goblins on the side here. We have Kyrian has moved up further. On this side here, you see Boromir has moved up with his force, and some of my archers have tried to hop over that wall, and a couple of them are laying down there in the back because they failed their climb check, so they are laying prone. So that's where we're at, the end of turn 2. We're still out of archery range right now, but probably next round we'll get some shots off. So we'll go ahead and update you for turn 3. Exactly, so this is basically where we're going to cover shooting. So we've done the movement phase for turn 3, and both of our archer groups, the goblins as well as the rangers of Osgiliath, have both moved half their distance, which means they can get fire shots this round. So because they move, they're at minus penalties, at -1 on their to hit roll. So what we're going to do, because you have priority, your archers get to fire their bows first, and then my archers get to shoot back. So you need to measure out 18 inches. That's the range on your archers. So anything within 18 of your archers, you can fire at. And then whatever their plus is to hit, you'll add 1 to that because it's more difficult because they move this round.
Okay. Alrighty. So I can basically hit anyone I want.
Yeah. So at 18 inches, you can go all the way back to like those models there. So if you want to shoot, like for example, let's say that this archer here wants to shoot at this ranger here behind my tower guard. You can take that shot. You get an in the way, and then you can possibly hit him. So what you do is you roll to see if you hit first. Okay. And then you roll, you're in the way of the first guy. If you roll and make it past him, then you roll to wound him. If you don't make it past the in the way, you actually roll to wound the tower guard. So shooting it in the ways that are actual people is not as bad as like shooting it in the way behind the wall. So if it hits like a wall, it does no damage. But if it hits the guy, there's a possibility you could still kill the guy in front of him. So these guys are, you know, they're tough to kill, but they're not impenetrable like most walls are. So you've got 8 shots that you can shoot at. You can shoot multiple shots at one guy. You can, you know, you can roll them all at once. Or usually what most people do is they'll roll 1 at a time. That way, if you kill this guy in the front, there's no longer an in the way for the next archer to shoot directly at him. See what I'm saying?
Sure.
So,
alright.
Decide what you want to do. We'll take a look at what.
Is it even worth it to shoot at like heroes like Warhammer?
It's possible. I mean, some heroes are. If you get lucky and strike some wounds on them, that's definitely can change the course of the battle. I mean, if you got 9 bows on him, if his defense is low enough, you know, some heroes are worth shooting at. Boromir's defense is 6, so your bows are going to need 6s to wound on him. So you only need 6s to hit him.
Okay, yeah, I'm not going to bother with that. I'll go ahead and shoot at the archers over there then.
Okay, so your archers are 5+ normally, which means you need a 5 or 6 to hit. Because they moved, it bumps that roll. So now they're 6+. So they only hit on 6s because they moved this round. So go ahead and start rolling, see if you hit. So who are you going to shoot at first?
I'm just going to go after the archer behind that first guy. Like,
so the guy on the end will take the shot. So you need a 6 to hit, so go ahead and roll the dice for him.
Yeah, they have some arc.
Okay, so that's a miss. So usually what I'll do is I'll put a dice by him so we know he's fired. Just go down the line. Okay, so that's a miss. So the guy in front of him, take a shot. That's a miss. Alright, keep going down that way. That's a miss. A lot of 1s.
Yeah, 2 1s, okay. Did you weight my dice?
So that's a miss.
Alright.
So you got 3 more shots. There's a hit. Okay, so now we want to roll your in the ways. So how it works with an in the way is 1, 2, 3 is the object in front. 4, 5, 6 it gets passed. Okay, so we roll to see which of the 2 you hit.
So should I use the same die then?
Sure.
Theoretically? Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so you roll a 6, so it made it past him, so it actually possibly hits the archer. So now we compare the strength of your bow against the archer's defense. Okay, my archer has a defense of, Rangers of Gondor have a defense of 4. The bow strength on your bow, I believe, is strength 2. So what we do is we consult the chart and we say, okay, if you have a 2 strength versus a 4 defense, you need a 5 or better to wound him. So you roll 5 or 6 and you shoot him and kill him dead.
Come on!
Yeah! And that's a 5. So bam, first blood, snipes my archer. Now the cool thing is, because you went first, this guy's dead, so on my shoot phase, he can't shoot that.
That's why I was thinking I should shoot at the archers.
Yeah, so that's, definitely.
So we'll go ahead and we'll give this man a battlefield commission.
That's right, that guy gets a paint job.
Yeah.
You gotta paint that guy later. So the next dude, that's a miss. Back to the 1s and 2s.
We're back to the Helen Keller archery class.
There you go. And that's a miss. Okay.
I got one guy there.
No, one guy's good.
I'll take it.
Shooting usually isn't that big of a deal. Usually, like elvish archers are really powerful.
Okay.
But generally, like goblins and men archers, they're just okay. So I've got one less archer. These guys can't move; they're too far back anyway. So there's, good guys in the way. So I actually only have 1, 2, 3, 4 shots.
Nice.
Right. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to shoot at your archers.
Should I move these die the other way?
Yeah, if you want, that's fine.
Oopsie.
So I'm just going to go down the line.
Okay.
So we're going to shoot these 4 at those goblin pack there. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So my guys hit on a 3+.
Okay.
Because they moved, they hit on a 4+, which means these 2 missed.
Okay.
So I have 2 possible hits. Okay. So they're shooting at these 2 archers in the front. So I have 2 hits on them. I have strength 2. What's the defense on your archers?
Defense on my archers are. It says warrior goblin warrior. Is that the same?
Yeah, that's correct. That's
okay. Defense on. Well, one of them has a 5. The other one has a 4.
All right. That might be ones with shields and ones without. So yeah, your goblin warriors with shields have a higher defense.
Oh, okay, so
your goblin warriors are 4, so they're the same defense as mine. So I need the same deal.
So you have to hit the 5
I
or
need
6.
a 5 or 6.
Whoa.
I got nothing. Nice. So that round, the goblin archers prevailed. They killed my guys. I didn't hit nothing. So that's basically, in essence, how shoot phase works.
Okay.
Because you're evil, you can fire with evil guys in between us. Once the good guys get in between the good guys and the archers, I can't fire because we're good guys. We won't fire it, possibly hit one of our own men.
Okay.
So just keep that in mind. So that, in essence, is how shoot phase works.
Okay.
All right, and then we'll go ahead and, because there's no combat, there's no units facing each other, we go back to the beginning of the round and start another round again. So we'll go ahead and update after this round.